Back shot.
That one was
Okay.
you.
Hi, everybody. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi. Welcome to Transmissions. We are here for episode 3 of Blood and Lyrium. I hope y'all are doing well. We are so ready for escapism, and I'm sure you will be too. Um, Before we introduce the story and our players, let me first provide our content warning. Dragon Age is a setting which has some dark and difficult themes, not only with some grisly horror, but also in its political and cultural tensions. There are power imbalances throughout the lands of Thedas, and we may on occasion touch on these in our story. Addendum, at the moment, our story is very much gearing towards finding somebody who may be involved in slavery and kicking their fucking ass. So those themes will be present, but we are always punching up into the fucker's ball sacks. Rest assured, rest assured, we will be as respectful and considerate as possible when we do. And we have discussed our lines and veils prior to the session, and we can check in with each other and have safety tools in place. However, we want you to also be mindful of your own comfort levels. As important as these stories are to voice, your happiness and comfort should be paramount, and as such, we would never judge if you need to step away. That being said, we will now introduce ourselves, who we are playing, and general vibes for the character. I am Emma Hamalu on the internet. I use they them pronouns, and I am the storyteller. Emily.
Hi there, I'm Emily. I use she, they pronouns. And I'm playing Kana, our favorite mother, dwarf blacksmith. As the
Milf.
dwarf, I have the best angle to uppercut the ball sack, so that's sort of the vibe. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Satan, or else Savant by the internet, and today I'm going to be playing everyone's favorite baby girl, Phelan, our Dalish elf mage. I go by any pronouns, whatever fits a bit. He goes by he, him, and as said, I am the second best person to uppercut into the balls because I think maybe just slightly taller than Kana, but we're gooding up there.
Love it.
Just don't fist them in the balls.
What a way to say that. Hi, everyone. I'm Torin. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing Oriana. His pronouns are she, her. And if we're going with this motif, Oriana is a pill bug, so, sneak attack, bitch.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Bex. I use whatever pronouns take your fancy. Pull them out a hat, I don't mind. I am playing Cass, who goes by she, her pronouns, and she is our big puppy dog, Canary, who is absolutely not well positioned to punch in the ball sack, but can cleave down from above so we can meet in the middle, and it'll be a nice, sort of.
I was gonna say, you could just go
Teamwork.
around. And
Yeah,
Good,
teamwork.
that's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork.
Or
Love
go down and then bull charge
gonna-
at him.
Ooh, you
yeah.
do horns.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the horns. Yeah, the horns. Are
Yeah,
helpful.
the horns are useful.
Yeah.
They're not just for fashion, guys.
Incredible. So last session, our group came together at breakfast and engaged in some friendly conversation, including the tackling of a very large stack of pancakes and syrup. Arrangements have also been made for Kana's daughter to teach Oriana's mother how to read. It was very wholesome and adorable. The group then discussed the potential trip north to Rivain, including asking questions of the Swallows member Misha about what she knew of the country, and she was a delight as always.
I love her.
Yeah. Preparations were made, and now the group are ready to pack themselves up and get traveling. First by cart and horses, before taking a boat ride from the coastal town of Jadar all the way through the Waking Sea, north into Rialto Bay, and landing in Rivain. First question to everybody is, what sort of things have you each packed for your journey? You know, it's probably going to be a long one. We're talking some few weeks. I don't really mind the order, so just
I
spitball
think
it.
I already started talking, so hey guys.
You sure did. Hi.
I sure did. I was thinking about this earlier, not even on purpose. Phelan definitely brought a lot of books to keep studying. And a lot of equipment to practice like healing but without magic. So like how to practice his stitching, how to practice, like wrapping something up. And also brought some snacks. That was important. He has very specific snacks that he likes there, and he's like, I'm on a boat. That's gonna be a lot of fish, and I'm not used to that. I live off the land, not the sea, baby.
Sure.
So he got his favorite snacks. What neurodivergence? It's not there. He just doesn't like the texture.
Yeah, he's so neurotypical.
Yeah. Ingredients to make some bombs and stuff while we get there, or try to. I need to take that focus, I think.
Yeah. This can be you working on it. Be like,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna read a
working
book
towards
about
it.
it and experiment. Although experimenting with bombs on a boat, maybe not advisable.
Yeah. I meant
Have people done
bombs,
silliest things? Oh, bomb. I thought you
but
said
I would also
bombs.
like to experiment with bombs, actually. I
fully
do
thought
have
you
the
said
grenade
bombs.
focus.
Bombs easier. That
Yeah,
can be
bombs.
done. That
I'll
can be
read
done.
up on bombs, and then
Okay.
I'll be trying to do my bombs.
Bombs. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Who would like to go next? What do you have packed with you for your few weeks long journey?
I packed a bunch of bombs. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
cool. Sweet.
Perfect.
no. I think more notable is what kind of didn't bring. She really was really tempted to bring the portable anvil along just so that what if we need emergency repairs? What if
What if?
I
It's
get
her
bored
emotional
and
support
need
portable
to
anvil.
fidget? But it's just been such a hassle to like carry it around and lug it places, and like yeah, we have it just like
Yeah.
necessitates a cart all the time, and it's just like fine, I will make do with the new crafting gear I got from Phelan's clan. And I've got my weapon, I'm kitted out in armor and like all of my basics, but like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make do with like I guess I can practice the inferior art of leather working when I'm bored. It's like it's no
Mm.
metal, but at least it's something to do,
Yeah.
like
Smithing purist. Love it. All right. And if anything else that you're bringing of note?
Of note, I mean, probably more tools than are necessary. I've got, just prepared for any kind of situation. Like, oh, we need to fell a tree for firewood. I've got my axe for that. Like,
Yeah.
like,
I
just
love that
too
it's like
much
instead of
stuff.
mom friend that normally has the very big handbag that has like, oh, you need something repaired, got it. Safety pin, got it. Tissues, got it. Wet wipes, got it. Lip balm, got like everything. Painkillers, I got you. You're like, no, I have a mom backpack that has like a tool for
Yes.
every possible crafting occasion. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Dope. I love it. Who would like to go next?
Yeah. Cass has probably brought. Cass has a deck of cards that she's brought just in case anyone gets real bored. It's a long voyage and she's quite used to entertaining herself. She has a little like basic whistling kit. She's not very good at it, but it's something to do and keeps her hands busy. And she has the most insane like set of like weapon care set that genuinely is probably like a canvas roll that is like strapped across her back, and you can just like look over and she's just like very very like precisely trying to like oil her blade and like bathe it and keep it sharp and keep it clean, and she's like the salt will get into it and it'll really upset me, so I have to make sure I prime it, and like she's very it's not quite like a neuroticism, but you could tell that she's very particular about it.
Sure.
Sure,
Look
definitely
after
not.
your tools, the tools look after you.
Yeah.
I'm just
Exactly.
imagining the mummy roll that he does with the pad,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, it's exactly that. Thank you for picking up what I was putting down.
I got you.
I'm saying Phelan and Cass can whittle together because Phelan whittles.
Great. Cass is very bad at it, but it's something to do.
The little
He
whittle
d-
club.
Yeah.
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 I was like, that's
It's like
cute.
a
That's kind of, well, okay.
it's
Sorry,
it's
processing.
like a book club, but you sit in the
Yeah.
middle with each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wholesome as fuck.
Yeah. Those are the sort of specific things, all the standard gear
Yeah.
are otherwise.
Okay. And Oriana.
Yeah, funnily enough, it's very similar to what Phelan has, except for the bombs or the balms. So not those two. But honestly, like probably has a bunch of dried food for Franklin. We definitely brought Franklin.
Yeah.
And normal things that they're used to carrying, like their tent and pack and all the survival things and hunting things. I think the notable difference is that Oriana got a writing kit, like calligrapher's kit, probably, whatever the equivalent of that is in Dragon Age. And just like like just sobbing, writing real simple letters because she didn't have anyone to write to before, right?
Yeah.
So like, and it's really simple, very big font that she's writing in, and just says
Unconnected
things like
letters, yeah.
just like I love you in really big, like simple letters you to a kid. Yeah, I think just like bothering the shit out of anyone that has like a raven, like send this over. Like it just, yeah, I don't think she's
Yeah,
very
you
well.
I don't know that they necessarily have one aboard the ship itself, but there are a few planned stops along the way. You would have to on this length of a journey. So you would be able to go to breweries as you
Yeah,
did.
like even like before they left the boat, like you know what I mean? Like before they
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
got on
yeah.
the boat, she sent one. Like she's already
Yeah.
planned out like whatever 8 stops, let's say if it's 8.
Yeah.
Like she's got 8 small little letters to send. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Otherwise she brought books and I think she's trying to learn how to draw.
Yes.
Like
If you're
she's
gonna
so
find yourself a
canonically
mate
bad
that
at
does
it.
the map work,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think she's busying herself with that when she's not crying, writing sad letters to her mom that are like 3 words. So
Sure.
we're
Sure.
doing great, y'all. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. So yeah, you guys get your packs done. You're able to get the cart all sorted because at least one of you is an anal packer. So
I mean, wow.
Actually, 2 of us.
yeah. If anyone doesn't get that joke, go back and watch season 1. Was it season 1 or was it season 2? I think it was season 1. Yeah, anal packer. So
It was before we left interim, so yeah.
Yeah, dinner room. I can't. It's like an echolele thing. I cannot hear the word dinner room without saying it like that. So yeah, you guys get yourself sorted. Are able to set off. It is just you guys, and you're bringing Misha, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
We love her.
Yeah.
Like we're taking you with us. Oh, can I leave? No.
Oh. The journey north on your cart is it's fine. There are smaller roads. You will get to a larger road. You'll get to the Imperial Highway, but you're very much like crossing over the Imperial Highway to keep heading north towards Jada. For my players, you can check out the map. I don't think the audience needs to necessarily see this map because it's just a bunch of colored lines everywhere that has mapped out their journey from the start of episode 1, season 1 to now. But as you're heading, there's a few things that you'll encounter. Since coming through this way from Orlais, you're not anywhere near the south of Ferelden, which you know is very much where the main the core of the Darkspawn Horde had been, where it was spilling out, where it was spreading from. But by this point, it really has started to spread quite far. I mean, you know, obviously that it got to Lothering when you left, and that was quite a bit ago. You are seeing people still trying to leave the area in various states. So you will see some people who are just traveling on foot, various places. There is one point where you pass a sort of like mini camp of people who seem to have put together like makeshift tents from what they've been able to find. or what they maybe had when they left their homes, and seem to be digging down, and like they've started hunting. They've got like some, clotheslines up and trying to at least just settle in place somewhere while all of this is happening. Um, you will see some people in carts. Mostly it is people fleeing north and west to like head through the road and through into Orlais at this point. The closer you would get to Jada, you are going to see people still trying to get to wherever they can along the coast to try to leave Ferelden itself. I'm going to present a potential encounter for you to see how you would wish to proceed with this. At one point, you are going to see two carts. One of them has clearly taken some damage to the cart itself. It looks like there's been wear and tear to it, so whether it sustained this wear and tear just from traveling, or whether they left with whatever they could, it wasn't in good nick when they were leaving, but they were just desperately trying to leave, and now one of the wheels is giving out. However, um, as you're approaching, you've probably passed a few people that are, looking a little on the desperate side. You understand why you fled from it as well. But this one grabs your attention. They are just off the road, maybe about 100 yards, 200 yards-ish, somewhere between the two, off the road. And you hear screams. And if you pay attention enough, and I'll allow people to roll if you want to make out some sort of details about whatever threat they might be screaming about. This could be any of the perception focuses because it would net you different types of information. So lean into what you've got.
I got nothing.
Sure.
Damn, I never give any of my characters perception.
You just hear like, I'm good.
How am I the highest?
That is so low. Girl, I rolled trip twos. That's what happened.
Yeah, there's
That's
a lot of twos
mean.
there.
And yet
yeah.
you're tied for second place.
I know, but like, girl, you're good at this. What happened?
What I will give is I'll give some to Phelan. I'm gonna honor the 5 stump points with the 12 for Kana. Everyone's gonna kind of pick up on something. Cass, you're just like, this is not even a threat that you've necessarily had to deal with, so you're like, what's going on? You guys are going to become aware because there are sounds that you hear, and you can see a couple people now trying to run away from the cart, but there are others who seem to either not be running out of just being stood still in fear, or for various reasons not able to act as quick as the two that are running away. You can tell that there is Darkspawn who are coming upon these two carts, and it's quite clear from the people that are running, the people that you can see in that area, that these are just townsfolk like you were when you left. They're just regular people. There is no armor. You're not even sure how many of them might have something that they could call a weapon. And they sound afraid. And 5 stump points, I'm gonna say you become quite aware that there is something particularly scary about this group, which is why I'm gonna let you guys kind of decide what you want to do here. In that you cannot, maybe it's just like because you're maybe it's because you're lowest to the ground, or maybe it's that you're just in tune with like the dirt and the stone underfoot. We could go either way with what is spiking the sense. You feel the big tremors of very heavy footprints, and it's not somewhere that you can see it yet, but there is sort of like a copse of trees near to where these people had clearly tried to like set up a camp off-road somewhere near trees for some shelter from the elements, and now there is darkspawn spilling out of those trees, and there's something big coming.
I know. And I can't say anything.
Obviously, there are multiple ways to handle the situation, and I am now going to leave it entirely to you guys to set up and prepare and go in for however you want to lay this out. And if we want it to be like an encounter, then we'll go into our usual cinematic.
I mean,
Format.
yeah. I think honestly, after training with the swallows and kind of finding his purpose, I think
Sure.
the first thing that Phelan does is just he yells stop at whoever's like pulling the cart, and he
Well, they're not. So the carts are stationary. One of them had a buckle wheel.
no
so they-
our cart.
We're walking.
We
No,
had
we
a
did.
cart.
We did
You've
take
got
cart.
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kana will pull on the
Oh,
reins.
As our driver, yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think he will hop off and just walk a bit with his staff and then just kind of yell dark spawn and wait a few seconds for his fellow travelers group to follow him, but he's kind of going in not head first, but he's trying to get closer to see what the situation is, because he's trying to help these people, and they didn't have the help they should have had, when this happened to them. So he's trying to make it be different for these people.
Yeah. I can be your hero,
Baby. I can take away your pain.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. So yeah, Phelan has stood up to action, staff out, calling out Darkspawn to everyone. So everyone, like, it was enough. Maybe not so much for Cass. 12 means that you're aware that there's like something that's clearly a threat. Maybe start to recognize the sounds. When that is called out, everything sort of like slots into place for all of you, and you're quite aware. Apologies for talking around a boiled sweet. I have a little bit of a sniffles and my throat's getting a bit raspy.
It's okay.
Kana, have you shared anything about your stone sense?
I'm trying. I was about to. I think Kana is like, both like, okay, well, Phelan's going, so I'm jumping off the horse. I'm running in front of Phelan, but like as they're calling, like she's running out, is like, hey, careful! There's something big out there. They're up in that clearance. There's something shaking. I don't know what the hell.
Well, we
Not
could
just Darkspawn.
go.
We can't
No
just,
one?
we
Really?
could at least cover their escape, though.
Cass kind of, you know how the thing that dads do when they're trying to get up to like leave somewhere and they kind of go
Slap.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cass does that, and then she thrives. It's like, all right, time to go to work, I guess. And it's like climbing out, but
We
very
can
much
help
with like
other
the dad
ways.
slap.
Yeah. The Gloria's like,
Yeah.
we can help other ways. Like,
So how much time will it take until they catch up with people?
girl, I don't. Sorry, Morgana doesn't say that. I say that. Girl. Yeah, but we have a functioning cart. We can help heal people. Like, I'm just saying. Look, the Darkspawn and Lothering are bad
I can't
enough.
heal dead.
Yes, because that's what I said. Please raise them. That's what I was hoping for. No.
Raise me an undead army, Phelan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What I'm saying is there's no healing people if they are dead. These things aren't going to stop just because we ask them to. They're gonna keep going.
Just pointing at the people running.
There's 2 people running. Yeah. There's a few people that are not or cannot.
Are they close to us? The
No.
ones running?
No, because they started at this camp, which is between 100 and 200.
Yeah. I was just
okay,
worried
yeah.
how fast they running.
Yeah.
What you running from?
You boy.
You small
What is
child.
Yeah. I think Misha just jumps off the cart because once Cass does the and stands up, Misha's like, yay! It's not a situation that calls for, a burst of butterflies to explode out of her, but it basically happens.
She just naturally gets off the cart.
She, because I like it and it's cool, doesn't have a staff that she fights with. She has the orb and dagger because I just think it's dope.
It's so dope.
And jumps out, and what you see is she takes out, and it very much looks decorative and almost made of crystal rather than the sort that a rogue would stabby stab with. Takes that out and holds it in her hand as a focus, as an orb of just crackling lightning emerges around her, and you see her hair almost like start to lift slightly with the static of it. And she's
so cool.
Ready to go.
I would love her.
Listen, everyone who fights with lightning has an element
Yeah.
of like
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
you're a little bit cray.
Well, all right. No, I mean, like, look, we could do this a smart way, or we could just run at it. I don't care. Just go. Like,
Smart way, please.
and then like Oriana, I think is this part gets off the car and is like, I'll go look. Like, I would like to run towards the screaming people to go look at what's behind them. No, I'm just
Sure.
kidding. I'm gonna scout ahead a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, the scouting it, you can see now Darkspawn pouring out of the trees and running at this group of people. Like I say, there's 2 carts worth of folks. Some of them were perhaps repairing the cart or were seeing to something or trying to start a fire. 2 of them who were a little closest to it screamed and started to run. There's a few people who are so dazzled and not sure what to do because, you know, it's like when you see the giant ball rolling towards you. There's a moment where you're like, what can I ultimately even do here?
Can I see how many? Like, is it a horde? Is it, you know, like
you
what got
can-
loathering? That kind of thing.
Roll another perception roll.
Oh, dice, please be nicer to me. Perception, or can I do searching? I don't think so.
Well, it's searching. So, within the perception sphere, searching would be fine. I mean, hearing is not necessarily going to net the same sort of things, but or smelling, which is very much.
Oh fuck! Seriously? Okay.
I'll just call it.
I'll say things.
That's a lot. There's more darkspawn than there is people.
Yeah.
Not by a massive amount, like maybe just a couple more, but a few.
Whatever distance away, I don't even know if they can hear me, but essentially I look at everybody and be like, people, darkspawn, just you know, like the magnitude is bigger. Yeah.
Can I call out to the people in the cart and just the people that are like frozen and just try to be like, hey, this way to safety. We got a cart that works. Come on.
Absolutely. I am gonna ask for a roll for that. They're gonna hear you, and some people might act anyway because it feels like a sensible thing to do. I want to see if you're able to fully inspire all of them, and have them act with haste on your action. Because there's a couple of them who are still gonna be a little startled at other people running at them now. It technically comes under communication, and I know you don't have the focus, but it is a leadership role.
Is it just raw communication then?
Yeah. 40's pretty good. Yeah, I think there's maybe a couple of people who hesitate at first. They're just confused, caught off guard, scared. Now there's strangers calling at them and just like trying to make out like what? So they're a little startled at first, but we are creatures very similar to what we see with sheep, with fish, like that there's an instinct in nature that when your herd starts to run, you don't really question it too much. You're just like, oh, we running now? Oh, we running now? So eventually there's a couple people who are going to catch up. They may be stragglers, but the vast majority of the group are going to hear you and realize that running towards you may be an option. Now, that may then also invite the Darkspawn to be following them, but at least you're giving yourselves a bit of time to catch up so that fewer people get hurt and you guys could deal with the threat while they get to be safe. Sure.
On that note, okay. I was just gonna say I'm ready to throw the knife, be rogue shit. So go ahead.
So what I'm gonna ask is very much want this to be cinematic. It could be about dealing with the threat. It could be about dealing with the people who need saved. It's kind of up to you. Obviously there's about to be a very big threat. What I'm going to do with this fight, I'm going to extend it just a little, and instead of 3, I'm going to make it 5. So that we get 2 rounds of bad, 3 rounds of good. Just to get a little bit more action and options in there. For anyone who happens to just be joining us today, I run my combat a little differently these days, particularly for stream games where I make it very cinematic. We have a few rounds and then we're done. And it gives people the options to have actions that are not necessarily, I take my weapon and I roll to hit and I do this much damage. It can be environmental, it can be something else, it can take a few people out at the same time, that sort of thing. So, that being said, can everybody roll initiative?
Damn.
I'll go eventually.
So snuffly.
Oh no, I got a 15. I thought I got the 6. I'm like, damn, okay.
That's me.
Sorry.
That's good, yeah. And what I'll do is technically should have a bonus, but I don't need to include that right now. For Misha, might as well put her up there. So we have Oriana up first, and then it's Phelan, and then Misha. And can sorry for the sniffles as well, everyone. I don't know how loud it is. And then Cass.
Oh.
Okay, Cokes. So, Oriana, you are up first, the first person to act in this encounter. You can also do a little bit of environmental building. You can, call things out about how you're handling people that need rescuing, whatever. Let's make it cool.
Yeah,
action-packed.
so actually, Oriana is not doing anything of sound base because I'm getting ready to fuck shit up. I'm honestly using them as lures. Sorry, NPCs. But essentially, like, just in my headcanon, if you will, Oriana's basically low. Just got both knives out. One is more in left hand for defense. The other one is being held by the blade at the moment. So that if Darkspawn are coming too close, essentially, just gonna throw it as a moderate.
So you're waiting until it's yeah.
And essentially, if they see me, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just like directing, like go that way, not over here, move, like that kind of thing. But yes, and so if any get close, they're getting stabbed immediately. Just gonna pop out from the brush.
I'm gonna allow 2 options here for you to roll. You can choose either you can roll your stealth to see if you can remain somewhat unhidden and take the Darkspawn off guard when you throw something eventually.
Got it.
Or you can just roll to hit with your daggers.
I'll do stealth. 21 with 5 stuff points.
Incredible. Baby. Okay, so what you do is not only absolutely incredible, but there's like extra awesome effects on top of what you're doing. So please describe to us what it looks like.
Yeah, essentially staying low, getting back into the pill bug mindset. Almost basically like I have the knees of a 20-year-old and bent down real low underneath the brush of things. And literally, I think what they're doing, what she's doing is sneaking along and trying to help find pathways for people as well. So kind of like popping up every now and then, like Duck Hunt. It's just like over here, like over here. And I don't have wires or anything for this, but essentially what I would like to do with those stunt points is make the terrain hard for the non-obvious paths, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So trying to direct the good people I want through, make the terrain hard for Darkspawn is what I would love to do if possible.
Yeah, you do roll 20 out of 5 stunt points.
Here's a bunch of rocks.
Tell me what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, like, unearth some sharp rocks. Like, I'm talking like little stuff that's going to be real fucking annoying to run through.
Or like an unseen little like pothole style effect where it's just like it dips off into
yeah, because I can't dig a pothole in 2 seconds, but
we see a Genlock eating shit.
Pretty much, yeah, for moments like that where I'm just like, not there. I moved the brush. Don't touch it. That's kinds of things. So yes, I'm gonna go into absolute rogue mode.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm by myself. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
Sure.
I don't have a mom.
We can't coordinate with our pincer movements anymore.
I'm right here.
Phelan, you are next. What cool thing is Phelan trying to do here? Something good, something
I have something really cool, but it's a high roll that I have to achieve. So it's like I either look really cool doing it or I fuck myself over and look like an idiot. It's one of the two guys.
Sure. You can get that out the way at the start so that your cool heroic shit happens.
Sure.
Or we come out the gate with an absolute banger.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's gonna be a banger. I'm actually going to I want to cast Earthquake.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Earthquake in the area where these Darkspawn are coming from to try and slow them down, trip them up,
Sure.
have them squish each other, whatever.
So centering it just after the people leave an area to
Yes,
try and like
yes.
slow them down. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
it says
fair.
within 30 yards, which I think it's like, I don't know, 60 feet. I don't know what yards are. I think there's like 3 feet per yard anyway.
Sure. So you all have had to do some running to close
Yeah.
the distance that they're
Yeah.
closing the distance and yeah, okay.
Yeah. God,
Uh-huh.
I just want to be cool for once, please.
Come on.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh my god, it's a one on my dragon die.
We're doing so good,
Well,
guys.
Well,
on that part when you said it might go really badly.
well, yeah, 2 seconds. I need to
No,
go
this
get
is
some-
great.
No, I was just expecting the bad to be Oriana bouncing around everywhere.
If it doesn't go really cool, I want it to go really bad. I don't
Honestly,
want, I don't want
that is
like
the fun
mid
part.
attack.
Those
Yeah.
are the only two options.
Those are the only two
You want
options.
incredible
Everything else,
Or like
catastrophic.
horrible. Yeah. I hope I get sent to the fate. I'm not
Man,
gonna lie.
yeah, I was like, it's been a while, man. The
That
last
way
time this happened was me.
Okay. Apologies. My books are kept in another room now. Ugh. Right.
I'm so ready.
We have a process, essentially a flowchart.
At this point, I kind of want to be into the face so I don't have to face the embarrassment.
Fades,
But then would an
just take
embarrassment
me
spirit
now.
just find you?
Okay.
Shame spirit.
Me in the corner.
So, we now need to roll a willpower self-discipline test against your spell's target number, which is 17.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Now I need you to roll a d6. There is a magical mishap. Please don't roll 5 or 6. Or do. Maybe we'll just take this season in a fun direction.
2.
2. Mana burn. The mage loses health equal to twice the spell's original cost.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Ooh.
That's 22.
Yeah.
I
don't know about you.
and I'm feeling so fucked over.
So,
Don't worry
can you
about
please
it.
describe to me that when you try to cast Earthquake, something with your spell's casting is going to deal 22 health damage to you. Which I think is going to be a decent
Health
chunk
or-
of your
okay.
actual health.
Yeah.
It's health.
Oh, I thought it was my mana.
No.
Okay, that's worse,
No.
guys.
The mage loses health equal to twice. So, get creative. We're here to like fuck around and find out. Let's deal with the juicy connies for our actions. Please describe to me what it looks like when you take 22 health, which I think is going to be a decent.
It's
Don't get it,
yeah. 1 second. Let me just
Yeah, let's put it this way. As the rogue, I have 36 max.
Yeah,
I
yours
have
is 37.
37
max. So
max.
Yeah.
it does like well over like you.
This is bad.
This is a real bad no good time at your own casting. So
do I still have to do the round where something bad happens to me, or does this count as
Now this is
Unfortunately.
double down.
yeah?
We're doubling
You
down,
know what? I think Phelan really wants to help people, so I think he gets a little too close, and we do feel that shake of the earth first. But this boy hasn't had time to actually face the trauma that happened when they had to leave and they were the ones being chased. And I think there's a moment where he, much like the people that were shocked and kind of like stranded and doing nothing, he can't, as he's casting out his spell, he kind of locks up seeing this group of darkspawn, horde of darkspawn, and there is a flashing between in his vision of what's happening now and what he was seeing when they were leaving their small village, and the magic kind of backfire and the earth under him buckles.
Sprinkle some creative stuff on top of it. Feel free to finish in case you have something else to layer on top of it, but
no, go ahead.
Have a visual. So realistically, what is backfiring here is the spell itself and your magic, and that very much pulls from the Fade. And a lot of people are aware and realize that it's so deeply connected to your emotions as well, because when you go through Tranquility, when they cut you off from the Fade and magic, they cut you off from your emotions. So they are so intrinsically entwined.
Mm-hmm.
And your own trauma means that your hand, instead of like casting this out, you're stuck in place, and the spell still tries to like move through you, and it
Mm-hmm.
goes under you. And what we actually see is the ground starting to like crack and open, and there's that sickly green Fade color of light coming
Mm-hmm.
out of it for a moment before it crumbles, and you essentially fall down into a small crack in the ground of your own
Mm-hmm.
making. And
Mm-hmm.
it is that fall, and that cracking, and the earth like falling, and rocks falling on top of you, that's creating that physical damage on top of the sort of
Yeah.
emotional and mental trauma.
Yeah. And for the 22 health, I think he knows what he friends felt like. He broke his leg. He's down in that ravine like the elves that we
Oh.
try to
Oh
save.
no.
That because 22, that's he has 15 health left.
Yeah.
That is a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah. You couldn't take that again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you guys just see Phelan running forward, being heroic, the first one to take the charge, ready to go and help these people. We didn't have people save us like this. We need to be the change. We're the people who make that happen. Running out and then stopping in pace, and just that moment of like wide-eyed horror flashbacks, and then your magic sort of like detonating off, but instead of out, it goes under you, and then you just see the ground cracking up in that green light, and then he just collapses into the hole and probably lets out a yell. I mean, ow. Cool. Tight.
Don't laugh at me, guys.
I was
Neat.
laughing at the ow.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I do when I break my legs.
When I break
Ow.
my leg with 22, like more than
Owie.
anything else.
I think you actually just you hear him scream more than you've ever heard him scream because he broke a leg.
Yeah. And it's like mixed with the horror as well. There's so much wrapping into that scream. Mita's up next. My girl. She is gonna charge forward, see that, horrified, and she's very much gonna try and use her own AoE. She's a lightning caster first and foremost, does a lot of primal. She already has her orb out. Like straight side eyes the giant hole now and the falling and the screaming, and be like, oh fuck, like maybe I should deal with that. We'll circle back to that.
Don't worry about me.
And is going to cast out some chain lightning. She's an NPC, so I'm not necessarily going to do the full roll the way that you guys are, because this is your fight, but you will see her essentially casting out onto one of them. She's going to aim for one of the Hurlocks, the taller guys that has armor that technically has some pieces on it that are likely metal, uses that as a conduit to chain lightning out from him to like catch a few strays of the things that are running around him. So she's doing a little bit of AoE. Worst comes to worst, she'll come and heal you because she is a mage. And these guys don't have healing.
Don't worry about me. It's fine.
Okay, don't worry about me. So, can I?
Well, I think Kana's gonna stick with her game plan, maybe a little bit less confidently than before Phelan started screaming bloody murder.
Yeah.
But I think her goal is like, first things first, I need to become the front line, which means I need to get to the front line, and is going
Yeah.
to just charge forward until there are no longer civilians in front of her.
Yeah.
And then hold there, like ready to receive the wave.
Sure. Question to you. I suppose I could look at my sheet if you don't know the answer to this, but you may know the answer. Is there a role that you do for doing full defense? Can't enter defensive
I think
stance.
it's just a stance.
Yeah, so it's not really a role. So if you want to be like charging at people,
I could just charge towards the front, the closest dark spawn,
Yeah.
and like make it into an attack.
Yeah, so I'm happy for you to roll with your whatever your most effective weapon hit is. But it's sort of like implied as a roll of you just going in and going on an offensive to establish defensive, if that makes sense. You have to
Yeah.
push through to then set down and become the shield.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, do the roll and we'll use that number and then let you kind of flavor how successful that looks. 60 is pretty good. So yeah, you're able to get through and get down and do what you want to. So please describe to us what that looks like.
Yeah. I think because it's more narratively satisfying, I think she gets there like right in time as Darkspawn is catching up to someone who has
Yeah.
tripped. Like maybe as the
Yeah.
earth was starting to shake, they
Yeah.
like tripped a little bit and are like they're just like
Don't
and
make it
then
my
it
fault.
gets there right in time. I'm just using the narrative
Yep,
threads
flavor it.
that have been
I know.
woven into the story.
Environmental. Yeah.
Just right in time, like just as this guy,
Yeah.
this darkspawn is like reaching in, and there's an axe in it, and she's just pushing out, and she's just like struggling against it, like
Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
no, like
Person picks themselves up and keeps running, and you will hold the line. Incredible, kind of, mommy, Cass.
Kind of similarly, but Cass will see that kind of has the front line and will instead essentially take up like the back line. Like if the Darkspawn break through, kind of Cass is the next line of defense.
Yeah.
Which means Cass is gonna position herself probably right in front of the hole that Phelan has created, so that she can kind of like deflect away from him.
Sure.
Anything.
Sure. So that nothing's falling in there with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that nothing can like pluck him out and like
Yeah.
so she's kind of like positioned herself up here and is axe out and is like probably like wide swinging to create space. Is trying essentially to like keep the field clear so that there's not like the bottleneck that they like to do.
Sure. So I guess we're also looking for a weapon roller unless there's something else that you feel.
Probably not. I don't really have anything else that I think.
We still need to go in and fix those focuses for you.
Yeah, no.
I see it, and then I'm like, yeah, same. Me too. I'm like,
oh,
fix that, and then I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm rolling like genuinely awfully today.
That's okay. 12 is
Tell me
right.
about it.
12 is defense. So
We're just out here.
yeah, you're able to at least succeed in what you're trying to do. There's maybe not like dramatic extra flair.
I don't even think she's really trying to like hit anything at the minute.
Yeah.
It is just there's a huge horde canary swinging a massive axe.
Yeah.
You're kind of not gonna want to run into that if you can help it.
Yeah. Well, some of them might still try because they're not.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Very good. So we've had our good round. Let's do a round of oh no, something bad has befallen me. It can be an injury. It could be nope. It could be something else. It's up to you guys. Get creative. I love to see people come into this bit. Oh, you want me to fuck up my character? Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. I got
Sorry,
you.
do that
Don't worry.
emotionally.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think since Oriana's posted up, essentially just waiting for a moment to attack if necessary. I think honestly she probably gets trampled a little bit just from people coming through and freaking out and just like no, that way, like, you know, and probably gets run over a little bit. And just to make it spicy for everybody else, the Darkspawn are a lot closer than we think they are.
Oh yeah. No, the Darkspawn are they're catching up. They're no
on the
plan of
heels.
stopping.
Exactly. And so I think Oriana probably gets run over a little bit and is like shoving humans off of her to try to get them to go towards the cart. Yeah.
Cool. Phelan.
I think that I don't think there's anything other to do than bes thank you, Cass, for all your efforts, but I think Darkspawn fall into the crack with him.
Yeah, someone is
I
gonna
don't
fall
think
in.
there's anything else to do but that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
you see a few of them just start. So one falls, and I think a few other follow, like jumping in.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Do any of them get to you in attack?
I would say so. I would say so we see like bodies, these grayish rotten bodies like falling, and as Phelan's trying to push away, I think they grab him by the leg and start pulling him towards him.
Gotcha. Okay.
I might have to become a Grey Warden, guys.
Okay, Misha, I think gets a little torn, is focused on AoE controlling that and trying to take down a few of them to like thin out their numbers. Then we'll see that there's people escaping, trying to flee, a couple of them falling over, and it's that instinct that's built in her and a lot of the swallows that like protecting and saving is like so deeply ingrained in how they are built that that sort of like split of focus means that she's a little less sharp. She's going to lose control of her spell as a couple of them are going to charge at her and start going into like melee, which is not fun for mages.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Can
I think my original thought for this was that Kanag like frontlined too well and is now like swarmed. But I think what based on the description of both of the mages have been swarmed and just like sheer numbers, I think what happens is that the Darkspawn have completely ignored Kana and have just gone completely past her. Like she's like stanced up ready and just like is not able to do her job. Like it's like
well, there's too
is
many, so
not
like
tanking at
yeah,
all right
setting
now.
up a line when you're on your own when there is multiple darkspawn is hard to become a line for lots of people. Yeah, there's only one person. Yeah, absolutely.
Or I'm like, that's the dot. That's not a line. You need two dots. I'm sorry.
I am a full stop.
Period.
Period.
Yeah. And I think she just like
Girl.
like doesn't know what to do. Like she like is like trying to like
Yeah,
swing at people as they go by, but like
Yeah.
fully just like is completely
Yeah.
ineffectual.
Which slight wavering in confidence of like, I am going to become the protector. Absolutely. Cass?
I think based on all the darkspawn falling in with Phelan, I think essentially what happens is one of like the bigger ones like locks up with Cass, and Cass is like in that sense of like is stuck in like this sort of no man's land where like nothing is giving and there's nowhere for her to go, and she can't get herself free. So then the second she hears the darkspawn fall in with Phelan, she goes to check and it's just absolutely like bowled right over by this thing, and it is like on her. Like there's just nowhere for her to be.
Incredible. Good job, everyone. Start of our next number 2 of our good phases. And I'm gonna say it is at that point that those of you who are above ground, much to your horror, you only saw at a very big distance as you were fleeing Lothering. Not enough to make out detail, but enough to get the idea. An ogre is going to come charging out of the trees, and it's clearly strong enough that it just fucking shoulder barges and an entire tree rips out of its roots and falls over. It's far enough away that it maybe isn't a current immediate problem, but it is going to be something that's going to have to be dealt with. Something you do is going to benefit yourself, benefit those around you, give you an up. We're going up into the positives again. Oriana, what cool badass shit are you gonna do?
Rogue shit. Rolling poling out of being run over. And especially since the horde essentially is on my friends behind me. Essentially going to run like real low to the ground And I think y'all just see Oriana like jump, a little wave thing jump, and is backstabbing the shit out of all of these darkspawn that are on her friends.
Okay. So you're going to attack the ones that are attacking your friends.
Yeah,
apparently.
utilizing
Gotcha.
their distraction of attacking my friends. Yeah.
Using the environment to add to that, I'm going to allow you to roll twice to take the highest.
Hey, let's go. And in fact, I do extra damage for this. I know we're not doing that, but must be moving.
But it can be implied that if you do hit, it's gonna hurt bad.
I would like to aim.
Why, yes, sir.
Oh, I gotta roll twice. All right.
You get to roll twice.
Be better.
Let's go, big roll.
21!
Yeah!
5-star points for me! Yeah.
And 5-star points means extra damage, because either like lightning attacks, lead ball blows, there's lots of things you could pour into this. So basically what you're doing is extra super duper effective with some sprinkling on top. So what really cool shit do you pull off here?
Yeah, essentially just not that they're a shadow rogue or anything, but like almost feels like that on the battlefield because there's so many people. I think it's just essentially like jumping in the shadows of other people. And as you see Oriana, like pops of Oriana coming up everywhere, Oriana is using both daggers and is going to be essentially cutting the tendons of the legs of a lot of these. Yeah. Sorry, that's probably too descriptive. But essentially,
like, to say that,
y'all don't need to walk anymore.
You're like, even if it's not them, like a hit so bad it kills them outright, you're debilitating them.
Yeah, I am attempting to debilitate as many as I possibly can.
Yeah,
because they don't have their eyes on me. So
and you do. I'm gonna allow you to, because of the 5 stunts on top of that, there is 2 situations unfolding that you're able to benefit by thinning out the numbers of who's attacking. Whose numbers are you thinning out?
Remind me, are we talking about like Kana versus...
Yeah, so Kana currently has a bunch on her. Cass has had somebody knock her over and is fighting her. A few of them have fallen down to Phelan and they're dragging them along the ground. In theory, Misha's already also getting swarmed, but I understand the priority being your friends. So I'll allow you to have 2 people where you are giving them a benefit to what they're trying to do, essentially.
I'm going to give a benefit to Kana and Cass, mostly because I think they can thin numbers right now.
And you can't necessarily see what is going on with him.
Yeah, exactly. And so if I can get them out, plus they can become targets again, so I can do it again. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
then at the end of this, I would like to,
Yeah. Understood.
Rogue shit, baby.
Rogue shit, Phelan. You were able to do something to give yourself a leg up.
Would you let me use a spell a little bit more cinematically than what?
Yes,
okay, because it's supposed to be one target, but because it's a close space, I think, God, it is a spell, and I know I haven't done it. I think he is going to cast Winter's Grasp and try and slow down because the main component of that is that they're getting slowed down. I don't care about the damage. The darkspawn that are on him.
Tell me, in this immediate moment, what is the dominant emotion that you're feeling?
Fear.
Would you allow yourself to open up to influence that might empower you in this moment?
Yes. I think part of him is trying to reach out to that spirit that or that presence that he has been working with.
So roll twice and take the highest, and if you don't already, you're rolling with focus for this spell.
Okay.
So essentially adding +2.
Okay.
20 with a 6-point stun.
A 20?
A 20 with a 6-point stun.
Oh yeah, I'm taking a 20.
I think maybe, I want you to describe the initial. I have something to layer on top that happens that's outside of your control and your power that is going to layer on extra coolness that happens. And maybe even like hijack the 6-point stunt to do it. So you do it, it's very effective. The initial part of what happens when you cast the spell, what does it look like for you? And feel free to like tag team me out with what I have in mind.
Yeah. I think right now it's because it's instead of like the healing that he's been practicing, it's more of an attack spell, just like the first one, and it's fear, the dominant emotion. I think it does do a little bit of damage to him, but to the almost like putting part of his own essence to try and embolden the spell. And I think you see like his fingers start turning like black with frostbite as this giant cloud of frost just starts to penetrate through these dark spawn and start getting the frostbite and start slowing down and being sluggish. And yeah. Go ahead. Okay. I want to know what you're doing. I like I like this teamwork.
Let's go. Because it is teamwork in this moment. So you do that, you cast the spell, you feel it being very powerful coming out of your hand. Almost too powerful. This is your first time kind of casting with this amount of vigor and amount of mana. And like you say, it looks like it's affecting your hand. And then there's a moment where like your hand would be turning black and essentially shriveling a little. But there is still almost like the impression of a healthy hand on top of it at first. And then you see it extending out beyond you, and it is a hand that is not yours, that is not fully tangible. It's somewhat ethereal. And goes out at first just as a hand, and then it seems to move into something a bit more fluid. Almost it doesn't look like an animal you would recognize, but there's something like a mix between fox and hare, I guess, in that it's sleekness, the way that it works. And there's like wisps of cold coming off of it as it seems to leap from one creature that your spell is casting over, and you can see the effect taking hold and it causing the damage, and it leaps from that onto the other that was about to come in for a big swing to you. Like if this was effective, it's holding a big axe, it's going to cut your leg off. And you see it about to come, and then this thing just sort of like merges into this creature's face and completely goes internal into this thing's body, and it just freezes it solid. The entire thing, top to bottom, is just frozen solid now, just covered in ice. And this sort of like pooling of that mist that comes off of something that is frozen to that extent. And it emerged out of your hand when you were doing it. And you can feel that it has, it's not a rage, but it did definitely leap forth to attack, and it felt more protective than it did angry and punishing, if that makes sense. You're feeling it's like one of your emotions leapt out of your hand there and did something for you. The best way to describe it. Now you can unpick what that actually means and what that was later, but for the time being,
real scared right now.
Yeah, it was very effective. Phelan's attack is very effective. Okay, very good. So that happened. Nobody else saw that, so you're okay.
And the one cool thing I do, nobody sees it.
Yeah, well, some people might be concerned about that sort of thing happening, you know, but
you just see frost coming from the inside of this hole, just on the top.
Well, the ground, so the grass, any sort of moisture that is on the ground at the top end, just sort of like where this opening is starting to get coated in frost. Okay. Misha is not happy bunny, and you know, you cracked open the ground, Phelan, and left a lot of like debris, so she's like, I know what to do about this. And essentially it's like Stone Fist, but she's just going to lift a boulder and just slam it into the person that's in front of her.
Hell yeah!
And there's just this moment, this comedy moment that I love in some of the cutscene fights where it's just like this, just suddenly it sees something flying towards it, it's a giant rock, there's a look of shock on the thing as it just completely gets knocked off its feet. Okay. Something very good, very awesome happens. You're gonna get a bit of a boost about the fact that Oriana just came and like put some holes into the things that were fighting you, some of them at least. So, what are you gonna do?
So it's my turn to do something that might not go well. I think I just heard Kate go, "Oh boy," from the other room.
Because there's a lot of little darkspawn, but also there's a very big problem.
So I think Kana's line of thought right now is, well, I can't be a very effective wall but I can be an effective dot. And there's one
Yes.
big dot right over there that I do
Yeah.
not want getting closer to my allies.
Yeah.
So I think she's just gonna go and just screaming charge at it, like full, like no like subtlety or like she wants
Mhm.
it to know that she's coming
Yeah.
so that it will slow down. And
Um,
she's just not thinking too hard about how
sure,
this could go because she's
sure.
like, my team can clear up behind me. They can have my back as long as they don't get overwhelmed. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So I think there's a moment as you're charging at this thing, and I'm going to allow you to flavor this, because I will allow you to roll twice and take the highest. Um, I'm also going to allow you to roll as if it was focused, because charging at something like this is a very particular skill set in terms of a state of mind. Um, and not many people would have the balls or feel the need to do it. And it's allowing you to tap into something. There is such a thing as generational memory. There are certain things that just you have that's a muscle memory, that's an instinct, whether it's music, whether it's cooking, whether it's something physical, that feels like you're tapping into something that your ancestors did a long time before you. And you'll recall that there is a group of people within Dwarven culture who give up for various reasons, but they will give up their life and declare themselves dead in the memories, even though they still walk. They are the Legion of the Dead, and they are the front line against Darkspawn. They commit their lives to going deep into the deep roads, and they fight and they fight and they fight until they die because they're protecting their people. And there's something about you charging at this that you feel like you're tapping into something that maybe even in that moment you're not realizing that that's what you're doing, but it is just within your blood. So roll twice, and add two as if you were rolling with focus here.
okay.
Legion of the Dead focus.
Okay. I'm not gonna be using the aim action because like mechanically she's taking the stand to ground, like
Sure,
the
sure,
not
sure,
get
sure.
knocked over as easily
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Instead.
18 is very good.
So
Can
that's
you
with a
beat that?
plus
With a
2.
plus 2 is 20. So yeah, you're
Uh
you're gonna nail this, but you might get stunts, you never know. Very good.
I think yeah, I don't know which one is better.
Well, technically, the other one is still really incredible and absolutely beats its fence. So the second one still hits and has 3 stump points. So there's a little extra flavor you can wrap into this. So you are gonna have some success. It's not necessarily end of a fight success, but something that you do here
Sure.
is definitely gonna look very fucking cool and achieve what you want. What does this look like as you feel that start coursing
Um
through your veins?
yeah, um I think this is the moment. We were talking at the beginning of the season that there are like gonna be little moments where we get our level up things as they feel appropriate.
Yes.
And I think this is the moment where Kana's armor focus ramps up, and what happens at that tier is that it no longer negatively plate armor no longer slows Kana down. So I think
Incredible.
she just like as she's charging, like she like just taps into something that even in her like jogging and even in her working out like was not able to tap into, and she speeds up into the charge and hits into it at full speed. Like I'm not even sure how much she's swinging. Like she obviously does swing the axe, but it's like more that she like the impact of her in the handle that gets it into her.
Mm-hmm.
Like she is the impact more so than the thing. And I think um as far as stun points, I think this ogre is like a little shocked. I don't know how shocked
Yeah,
like or emotional this thing
it's
can be. It's just a little bit like, holy, you
yeah.
you this little thing just did
It's
that.
It's possible because we see it in the games to knock them off their feet if you do the right kind of attack. So absolutely, I think you just go at it so hard and so fast as this like really solid charging. We've now sort of like leveled up and we're seeing the effects of that, of you just being really effective at going fast, wearing something heavy, and just with your blade knowing exactly how to go in for a weak spot. And despite the fact it has very, very thick, dense skin, that is almost what its armor is, you are able to get through and knock it off its feet. So you're able to like clatter it to the ground, and you can kind of have some sort of position of advantage atop this thing for the time being. Absolutely. So is that you establishing your specialization?
I think not quite yet.
Okay.
I think the specialization is a little late. Is a
Sure,
different
sure,
thing. It's a
sure.
different
This is just a
ability.
smaller element
But
building
that
towards.
part
Okay.
locks in,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible. And last but not least, Cass.
So I think Cass is still in the position of she is like under this dark what it is like trying to get at her, and she's kind of just like fending it off. Like Oriana has created space enough that she can defend a little easier. But I think, yeah, in that space she finds just enough of an opening to sort of like wrench her axe up and does something that realistically is probably not best advised in terms of battle work, but just braces the blade with like the gauntlets in her forearms and just rams up with that to try and like bury it in its chest, and like kind of like twitches her little tunic up over her mouth like, this is gonna be gross. Okay, up we go.
Yeah.
Like, if this works, this is gonna suck.
Sure, absolutely. So you can either roll for essentially using your weapon just unconventionally so, or I do think that other two in your strength might be might. I could be wrong, it could be something else, but I feel like
Probably
it's
is,
might.
yes.
So if you click on that two, essentially this is using just your physical strength, because then that's a +6 because it's your
Sure.
4 for your strength plus the 2.
Sure, let's see how it goes.
Sure. 17 is very good.
It's alright.
It's good. There's no stuns, but that's fine. 17 absolutely beats its defense.
I
So
don't think it's that flashy. I think it's just like, ugh!
it's gross and
Up
it's
you go.
raw, and it's just what fighting is, you know? Yeah, it's always messy in the middle of the fight. Okay. Incredible. We're gonna go into our last set of whoops, oh no, something bad has happened. Oriana.
Yes. With Oriana trying to just essentially create opportunity for everyone. And now there's a very big split focus literally happening. I think honestly there's a bit of a trip up for Oriana of just, oh god, what do we do? Because they, Darkspawn are bad enough. Giant Darkspawn that's 4 times bigger than the others is worse.
Yeah.
And essentially there's a bit of a stutter step, I think, mentally for Oriana of just, okay, well, they're still in a hole, they're still doing things, they're overwhelmed, and then, boom, 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 here's this and sees it, and just in that stutter step probably gets hit a little bit of, because I'm not thinking to stealth myself or like move. Essentially, I think Oriana gets caught and is hit by some weapons from Darkspawn that happen to be around.
Okay. Okay. Very good. So it is not a good time. Okay. Phelan. This really cool, awesome, wild thing just happens to you. What unfortunate thing is gonna happen before we finish off the fight?
Okay. I feel like I have limited um it's such an enclosed space, and it is a I don't think it's anything about a physical harm. I think that in the end it is that some do come in to that, and I think the threat of darkspawn more than the physical threat is the threat of their blood. And I think that as these creatures were slowed down, some were frozen, they can fall, they crack, but like the insides, as sluggish as it is, I think it does fall on him, and with an open wound, it's dangerous.
Okay.
Are we with that?
I'm over it.
Okay, I just wanted to check in.
There are actually rules around rolling to prevent you from becoming. There's rules around that, so I'll need to look that up. But okay. Yeah, we can roll with that if you're cool with that. It may cause us to have a sudden detour.
Yeah, I was like, and canonically, there's so many dark, Grey Wardens around to help if we need it. Yeah. So many in Ferelden.
There's two of them in Ferelden.
Yeah,
they're a little busy, but
they're not here. We got this, y'all. It's fine, and they totally know what they're doing.
Yeah,
and canonically, they don't.
I don't know what you mean. They're so capable.
I know.
They're
I love how he's like,
this.
You're brand new at this, but like, my liege, my leader, you're in charge of me now, right? That boy is such a bottom. Right. I will look that up in secondo, but sure. Okay.
Yeah.
You have
Also, for the record, I love this. I just know above table canonically how bad that is. I love it.
Yeah. I just it made sense to me, and I'm cool to roll.
100% makes
for
sense.
my consies, the consies of my axe.
A lot.
I also thought this when Cass like, I'm gonna ram the axe into the Darkspawn's chest above me, and I'm like, this feels like a bad idea, girl. But like, you do you. She at least touched her little tunic up to cover her mouth, like.
Okay. So, can
I think that the ogre doesn't want me to be on it anymore.
Sure.
I think what happens is that the ogre just picks Kana up and flings her away somewhere. I don't know how far. I don't know what direction. I just know that it is not within melee combat range anymore.
Yeah. You get yeeted. This bitch empty. Yeet. Okay,
That's the official terminology.
That's gonna create some aura for sure. Rules for the taint. Here we go.
Not the taint.
If a Darkspawn can attempt to infect a melee opponent with social stones or bite or blood spray, the Darkspawn attempts to that character suffered by the step must make a Constitution save.
Rules for the taint. Step 1.
Yep.
Rules for the taint
first.
I was muted going,
taint.
Such an unfortunate name.
It really is. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. I'm very, very painful. Okay. And then Kaz.
Well, Kaz has just killed the Darkspawn that is on top of her, so it's now like just kind of on her, crushing her a little. So I think she like spends so long fighting to get out from underneath this thing that she like kind of rolls back to her feet, goes to like start swinging again, and just gets absolutely smacked by one, and it's like, okay, hello. So yeah, just fully like takes a hit right like shoulder to hip right down, and she's like, okay, I'm back on the floor, and I'm just gonna stay here for a minute because ow.
Yeah, this is where I'm at now.
Yeah. Spent so long trying to get back to her feet to immediately just get like smacked again, and it's like, okay, I'm taking this sign from the universe. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. just gonna get this posted there. Okay. Right. Very good. We have a last quick round. We are technically kind of at break time, but I'm gonna have us all go through our last round to finish off this fight, and then we will take our break, everybody. We'll go over slightly on our first half. So, Oriana, what are you gonna do to end this fight?
Oh yeah. Not sure how much Oriana actually knows about how Darkspawn operate, but essentially take out the leader. They might scatter, is the thought process. So bucking up their courage, because goodness gracious, Oriana is going to get themselves out of their stupor essentially, and just, I'm gonna have to acrobat up this fucking ogre bitch. And I'm gonna get behind it and essentially do what rogues do and create opportunity. So the thought process, if it is a thought process, is just
thought none.
Yeah, like screaming. It's a lot of internal screaming of just, how do I get up this thing and how do I make it try to get me off its back?
Yep.
And maybe
thought
do some
process at a 0, but
stabbies.
bravery
Yeah.
at 11 right now. Yeah. All right. Roll for
a lot of noises that probably only the mothers heard.
Yeah. Roll for big time stabbies.
Do you want acrobatics or dagger dag?
I'm allowing you to choose what you want to put forward as your main role.
Okay, because it's a backstab, I'm gonna go with dagger. But all right.
Yeah.
Please be good. Please be good. Please don't suck. Okay, that's not bad.
Cool.
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
so
good.
essentially, same kind of running of just, please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Just trying to get around it. And I won't describe in detail how this looks if necessarily, but utilizing the daggers to make a ladder.
Yes.
And doing some damage along the way.
Yeah.
Like as quickly as possible, probably freaking out the whole time. And then, just ratatouilleing it, baby.
Hell yeah.
and just like trying to control and move it a little bit of just, hey, I'm a problem. Like you're gonna want to come after me. And so trying to distract the ogre, do some damage at the same time, and give people around me opportunity to do something about this. Also, please don't hit me. So yeah, kind of low to the skull of the thing, and just pretty much Drax in that one moment where he's like, it's kind of like that.
Incredible.
And I wish it looked cool. It doesn't.
Hey, that still looks cool.
It not
being able to climb your way up and over like that, it's cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Phelan, what are you gonna do to end this fight?
I think seeing that there might still be some, if I can, I'll do a simple arcane lance at what's left of this big ice statue now. And just cinematic. I think whoever's left, like I think those shards kind of like crush the ones behind him.
Yeah.
And just take care of the darkspawn that were behind this and the rest of the threat in here. And I think as you see him, I'll roll. I have to roll actually.
Sure.
I forgot about that. I'm like, this isn't just talking.
Well, we can set up what we want to do, roll,
and
then we describe what it ultimately looks like.
Yeah. Hello? Yes, I'll use the aim action. 17 for stun points.
Very good.
Yeah. I'll take that extra damage just for cinematic. So I think there's just an explosion of like giant ice shards made of this body that just kind of like take care of the ones that are behind him. And in this crackle of like green and blue magic, and he doesn't just like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I think you see him he starts ripping his clothes out, starts tying off his leg. He is still in panic mode. Just because things aren't down here hitting me doesn't mean I'm not in danger.
Yeah.
Makeshift tourniquet.
Yep. Misha's out here doing another AoE to take out some of the smaller like grunts so that we're really thinning out that herd. With another call lightning. I love call lightning. It's a great spell.
It's great.
Is good. Um, Cass, take us home, baby. How are we finishing this fight for good?
Kana named
Oh,
me.
oh, you're correct. I'd already ticked Kana's name, and I don't know why.
Tell me why.
I've
Because
got a
I
little
spend
tick
this turn still
system
in the air.
that like
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
um
um,
mhm,
I think Kana lands. Um,
sure.
painfully. Lands like
Little
it's like,
impact
okay,
skid.
well, things are cleaning up, things look fine. Let me at
Mhm,
least just try to clean up some of the ones near me.
mhm.
Looks realizes her axe is still in the ogre and just like grabs some guys and smashes their heads together. Because that's the weapons I got, baby.
Hells yes. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, roll for strength essentially with that because I don't think you. Oh, well, you
Well, I've
can
got
roll with your
gauntlets.
gauntlets. Yeah, sure, sure. Yes, and
Oh, that's not very good.
oh, that's not very good. Wow, snake eyes. Just as well you're not a mage. Um, yeah. I think
They won't. They won't stop
I think it's
moving.
gonna look weird because I think you are successfully doing it, but it's like face to face, so it looks like you're making them kiss.
How cute is that?
Mhm.
How cute.
Like it's not comfortable. Their faces are kind of mashing against each other, but it doesn't do quite what you were thinking. And it looks like
Yeah,
they're kissing.
I think Kanan's like this is a great idea and will work and should
Yeah,
work. And then there's just it's just something that's just it's a little too visceral. Like she's like a little bit out of the heat of the moment and it's a little bit
yeah.
like, oh, this is actually kind of a gross thing to
And what
do.
I will say is like your move isn't effective, but we are pulling into the end of the fight. So what happens is you've made these two darkspawn feel quite uncomfortable, so they are just gonna walk away.
They're
And probably
really
not talk to each
gross.
other again.
They
Yeah, they're like,
don't
they don't
have
talk, but they're
flesh,
like,
and so
yeah,
it's
it's gross.
like
It's just teeth on
it's
teeth.
just
Yeah.
like just skulls. Sorry.
They're gonna go back and be like, what are we?
Yeah, like
Do we even fight anymore? I don't know.
Darkspawn's internalized homophobia is rampant.
it's so yeah, it is. It is.
I just want to add for flavor too, just for the record. Oriana's screaming, like on top of this
On
thing,
top
like,
of an ogre.
"What are you doing?" Yeah, just
I'm
for the
making them
record,
kiss.
just little spice on top for you, Cass. There you go. Do with
Yeah.
that what you will.
Delicious. Now, Cass, you get to bring it on home.
Okay, how tall is this ogre roughly?
They're pretty tall. They're probably like what 10 feet.
Sure.
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got a little bit on Cass.
Yeah.
In which case, Cass is gonna see Kira's axe still lodged in it,
Yeah.
and is just gonna run at it, and essentially is going to like full strength lever it down with the handle of the
Yeah.
axe,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
hopes
yeah.
of just like slamming it down into the ground.
It's like tapping into a keg, you know? Like I'm just gonna
it's-
open this keg.
Honestly, she probably kind of like hucks her own axe down, blade up, and then it's like, okay, down you come to try
Yeah.
and like bring it down onto it. It's
Amazing.
like, you gotta go.
Absolutely.
I've had enough.
So you can roll your its might. It just doesn't say might roll
Yeah.
if you want for
Yeah,
that.
we'll fix this at some point.
Oh,
There we go.
oh
has had
no. Oh no. Oh, absolutely
Enough!
spectacular. It's wild. 23 with
genuinely-
6 points left.
I
Please,
do think it genuinely is kind of going, enough!
yeah.
Calm down.
And I think that sound, and there's something about the bellowing from a Kunari because y'all have dragon blood, you know, like it echoes against the landscape as you do it, and it is punctuated by that crushing sound. I don't need to say more than crushing because we don't need to get graphic, of turning this axe and then just this like fountain that comes out of it as it topples over very much dead, and that echoing through the landscape is enough that like it leaves this almost deathly quiet afterwards. Everyone's quiet, including the people who are fleeing. There's just this moment of like apprehension, holding your breath of it being over.
genuinely think it's maybe the first time Cass looks like legitimately scary. Like she's just been sprayed in this thing. She's just let out this like proper like real dragon bellow, and she's just standing there like both axes in her hands.
I can't
heaving
remember
with
what
it.
it is. I'm hoping that my two
Same.
other lore buffs do it so I don't have to go away and Google it. I forget what the big Kunari battle cry is. But I think
Oh,
Misha's
I
gonna
don't
come
know.
over to you and and call that out to you, like so that the two of you can kind of give
Yeah.
that big battle cry at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's this moment of silence. Cass is like heaving with breath, like looks genuinely scary, and then
Yeah.
her and Misha are like yelling at each
Yeah.
other, and that like
Yeah.
it's
And this is like
it's scary.
you guys have encountered the two of them are cinnamon rolls, but it's very much that meme of like they look like cinnamon rolls but could kill you. It's the
Yeah.
kind of vibe we're getting now. And we're saying, oh no, these are like death dealing, terrifying creatures. Yeah. Incredible. All right. Last thing of the fight before we go to break, and we'll talk through the consequences afterwards. Phelan, I need you to make me a Constitution stamina test, please. Difficulty is 13.
Come on, boy.
I was like, how's that constitution stat on that mage looking?
It's not my strength, so that's better.
That's nice.
My constitution is 0, but it's not my -1 strength. So
Okay. Cool. And with
anyway,
that,
we're taking a
everybody-
break. I have
gonna go to
things to
break.
talk about with
Yep.
people.
On that note, we're gonna go take a break. Go stretch your legs, take a drink, decompress after a badass fight and a very, very dark and potentially deadly consequence. Bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Apologies for the slight delay in our break. As you can tell, we had something quite big to discuss.
What?
What's gonna happen because of that? No, there's nothing happened. I don't know what you mean. We'll deal with that when the time comes. For now, fight is over, breathing heavy, people are hurt. Each of you took pretty big hits. One of you more so than the other is going to need to get help out. Broken bones are easy enough to fight, and because certainly the way that Misha and Cass are field healing and big fighting, or like people fleeing certain things and then having to do, they're probably quite adept at that. So Cass being able to help with the setting, and then Misha doing some healing on top, and then once it's slightly less painful, feeling can also pump some healing energy of his own to fix the broken leg. It's gonna hurt. There's certain things within your leg that's gonna take a bit to fully heal at its core. There's still some damage in there, but like the structure of it, the any flesh wounds have been dealt with at least. And you guys are kind of able to get back onto your feet. The people did manage to flee. They are quite obviously scared out of their minds. You can tell that they look ragged, they look hungry and a bit drawn, and they've clearly, you know, been through it, because while you guys managed to escape for Eldon, they've perhaps been at this a little longer in terms of they're just stuck in place. They are thankful, and I think a few of them are a little dazzled at what they saw you guys doing. They're like, oh my god.
I was hoping they didn't see what I
Heroes.
did.
Yeah, and I think at several points people are going to go and shake your hands and thank you and call you heroes when they're doing it. Like, oh, so lucky to have ran into some heroes. Like they're describing you like you are a traveling party of heroes who go out and do adventure and do fights and help people. And that's very much how you're being treated by these people who are offering their thanks.
Cass keeps being like, don't shake my hand, I'm so sorry, there's nothing I can do about this.
And honestly, Oriana is kind of same, just like, I don't touch me, but also just to make sure, is impressing upon them, you didn't see shit when it came to that hole in the ground. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you didn't
sure.
see nothing. Don't,
Yeah. They're
don't talk about it.
There's like a moment where they're like, what do you mean though? It was, oh, right.
Just like dagger in hand, like you didn't see nothing.
I think Phelan is just leaning on Cass.
Yeah, and they're just gonna point at all that was Darkspawn. That was.
In fact,
that
I think
was...
it's like you saw 3 people fight them. not 5. 3.
Okay.
But it's essentially just like
yeah,
y'all think
yeah.
anything about magic and I'm
Hey,
gonna find you.
You want to roll me either a strength or a communication to intimidate this person?
Sure, because I'm terrible at both of those.
Let's go.
All right. What about cunning?
I'm going to outsmart you.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. You said strength or communication?
We.
Oh, those are both 1. I'm so scary. My little live build, totally scary. Yo, my fuck yes. Oh my fuck yes. That is literally the highest I could have rolled. Oh my god.
Damn.
We're just so cool that it's like,
at
wow,
first
yeah,
they're like,
whatever
thank
you
you,
want.
heroes. We're so, and then you're saying this, and they look like terrified again. Just
Good.
like, we didn't see anyone. There was no, not even.
There were 3.
Okay.
Not that Oreo's super tall. She's like 5'7".
Yeah.
I think she's
Yeah.
like 6 feet right now. Not obviously, but yeah.
Yeah.
And just see the pure white around the irises because the eyes are so big. Like
Yeah.
you didn't see shit. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys see a real scary side of Oriana for a moment. And these
Sorry,
people scuttle away, understandably terrified, to try and gather up their things and get moving again. You are eventually able to get yourselves to Jader. A little stretch of road allows you to just like decompress a bit from what went on, and you are able to meet the crew of your ship. This one, it's a nice boat. It's fit for being at sea, so it's not a smaller, shallow boat for a river. But it is sleek, and somewhat, I guess, designed to be lightweight, the way that Viking ships used to be. They are designed to coast along and do it fast. You have a few people. Oh, I need to dump a bunch of images and names. We don't have to get into full intros with them. So you meet the captain is a human man. He's got deep dark skin, braided hair with like little bits of gold through it. It's not fully Rivain flashy with like lots and lots of layers of jewelry and earrings, but there is a few piercings. There is elements of gold jewelry. What he's wearing is it looks fairly high end. And his name is Fisher. I need everyone to know that we have a Discord channel where we keep all of our stuff, and I like to drop off pictures of NPCs with their names and their pronouns so that we can all kind of recall back to it when we need to. This guy, I wrote Fisher in brackets for pronouns. He/fish.
No. He's a mermaid.
It was meant to be he, him, but I was rewriting the word Fisher, so I guess I'll keep he fish in there for now.
He/fish.
He/fish. Very charismatic man. Has an accent that, unless you guys know what Rivaini sounds like, you might not necessarily be able to pick up on it, but he is Rivaini. There is another. Now, I think. That's Jai. So, younger, looks like he's maybe early 20s-ish. Warm but fair skin, dark hair. Again, very well dressed. Has some elements of jewelry. The fabric looks nice. You're starting to get the impression as you get on the ship that sometimes you get like a ship's crew and it's like a ship's crew, they're a little rough around the edges. You don't necessarily wear fancy things when you're out doing a lot of like hard work. But I think Cass, you've gone with this crew before. They often will pick up jobs when not serving either the Swallows or some of the other organizations that do good throughout Thedas. That they masquerade when they need to, if people ask where they're going, that they are essentially, it's like an envoy ship in a way, in that they will transport people. And so the ship is decked out quite nice. When you get down into the areas where you can sleep, there's like beautiful carvings. There's some level of soft furnishings down there. Like it's designed to be nice so that if they had somebody who was of fairly high status or power, would feel at home and comfortable. Now, does that mean they're always transporting people who are high end? No, but some of you might have picked up enough with the Swallows to realize that sometimes agents of the Swallows have to pretend to be people who have status, because if they're going to purchase some goods, they have to be able to sell the point, and these guys do quite well with that. This one is Bryn. There is an elven gentleman who actually, of the three guys that you meet, he's very well dressed. Beautiful like teal fabrics. There's gold in amongst the fabric itself on top of what he's wearing. Looks very well to do. I don't think any of you have necessarily seen an elf this well dressed before. But he fits right in with the crew. And then
Hello.
hello.
Honestly, hello to all of them.
What do you mean? Why is this not working?
Don't worry about my leg, but hey, how are you?
Why? Okay. Sorry, my internet is deciding to do some funny things, everybody, and it's slowing me down. We have Cora, who is a human woman who isn't quite as flashy as the others. She seems quite unassuming, but some of you have been around enough to know that people like that are often more than what they seem. Cora is actually them. Pronouns, short dark hair. Still has jewelry on, subtle, like. And where's my last one? Oh no, I have two more. Sorry, guys. I said there was going to come a point at which the ADHD, which has really been bad, like my executive dysfunction nightmare, was going to hit me real hard at some point. Now we're finding it. No, AD. There is another. This is an elven woman, who seems to be the one that understands the full way that the ship works, is sorting out some rigging when you appear, isn't necessarily coming over to say hi. It doesn't look like she's being unfriendly, just that she's busy. Why is this not? There's another image and I'll figure it out. What I will describe is there is a young-ish, early 20s, woman, question mark, a little hard to tell, but has long dark ponytail that's braided down the back, has some sort of like face paint on her face that looks dark, and is wearing an outfit where those of you who know how to rogue wear dark things, sneaking around doing sneaky shit, like could recognize like with this person, who is sitting up a barrel eating an apple and like watching all of you like they're just taking in everybody's measure, apart from Cass and Misha, because she knows you guys. You would know that for Cass that that is Darcy, and Darcy is someone that if you really needed somebody who was really top of their game at doing what is essentially cat burglary, she'd be your gal. So yeah, that is the crew. You guys are able to get on. It's a smaller vessel than what you may have been on before, so you guys are probably going to be sharing, if not completely in one of the compartments and being really snug, you may divide into two in somewhere, or like a 2 and a 3. So you guys can kind of discuss amongst yourselves in character as you get on the ship what your arrangements would be. You're just kind of directed to an area and being like, yeah, you guys can stay over there.
I think Cass gets on the ship
Tripod.
and looks at like the state of them and just looks up at Fisher and is like, sorry.
Yeah. He's just gonna like eye you and be like, I was told you guys were coming and you were gonna be traveling to a job, not acquiring one on the way. Where did you come from?
Darkspawn on the road, and we decided we had to be involved because, of course, we did.
No.
I'm sorry, we're trailing, and like looks behind her and is like, everything onto your ship.
Hides everyone, but does give you a bit of a wave.
Later. You can put me to work later. It's fine. It's fine.
You can show them the living space. You guys decide where you want to.
Sure.
How you want to organize yourselves. I don't want to. And you, Mama.
Yeah, Cass will be like, okay, yeah, we'll go, and like it's like showing them down. It's like, okay, those are the options. You guys pick from there, and like rubs her forehead, and is like, yeah.
Like, honestly, Oriana's probably trying to help Phelan, just, gets in there, but at the mention I'm not your mama, like the saddest little, I know, just escapes from her.
That's so funny.
And yes, we'll ensure everyone's situated, but mostly just making sure Franklin's okay. Because he was in the cart, but
Mm-hmm.
we're like, and here's your little nest, and we're gonna be here for a couple weeks. All bloody, like it's gonna be okay. Yeah, I'm tearing up a little bit.
Yeah, he'll settle in fine. He's been through it all. How would you guys arrange yourselves for sleeping? All cushioning into one space, or would you split up?
Phelan's fine being thrown wherever. He's very quiet.
I mean, we know that because of your thruple, but like,
okay, calm
how do you
down.
We don't know that. It's like my brother. Honestly, I think Oriana just needs like a little nook. You know what I mean? Just like, I need to feel safe. This is my nest. Don't touch it.
Cass doesn't mind, but will offer to like, even for like her and Misha to split off, to be like, we are quite large and will take up quite a lot of space. So if you guys want to be elsewhere, that's okay. We will not take it personally. We get it.
I mean, I'm fine either way. I don't want to leave Phelan right now.
Yes, someone should be with Phelan.
But whether that's all of us in one place or just the three of us, I don't know if it matters.
Just the three of us.
Is that what plays out? Never mind. All right. So Oriana, I think, is in the room with others, so not wanting to necessarily be alone. Like, it's kind of that thing of just like feeling sad that their mom's not there, but doesn't want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sad, I'm trying to be big about this, but also
I mean, the two Canary going
proximity
together and the other three being in the room makes logical sense in terms of who we're most comfortable with. Yeah.
So I think that's the setup.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So, you guys are on the boat for several days. It's quite a long journey. I have indicated on the map for those that like a visual reference for my players, but you will be sailing out of Jader through the Waking Sea. There will be a stop off in Highever, mostly just to kind of pick up anything that is needed. A short stop in Oswick, just because it makes sense to stop and then go rather than fully pulling through, because that area around the islands is a gathering of fairly sizable islands, is a hotbed for pirate activity, because people have to be going through those channels. So there are some routes that are safer, and occasionally just going through a sort of official route through Oswick is a little easier. Carrying on if needed, but if people are, like if everyone's okay and there's enough food, you would just sail past it. But there is Hercynia option for Wycombe, which is definitely a needed stop, because there's the last big push where they will try to sail straight through into Daresmond, which is in Rivain to the north. I think the sail through the Waking Sea, through sort of like narrow wedge of water past the islands is a little dicey. You guys are going to see a little ways off in the distance from where you are, clearly a ship that has just been besieged by two smaller vessels, but clearly armed to the teeth with pirates, sail alongside this boat to cause it to stop, and there's a scuffle going on. It's far enough away where there's nothing much you can do anyway, because this ship that you're on is not designed for like big combat, with big weapons. It is designed for a sleek and swift travel. So you don't know what the outcome of that scuffle is going to be. You're just thankful that it isn't you. And I think first few days of journey, how are we all feeling?
Not gonna lie, Oriana's not very happy for various reasons.
Mhm.
So I think it's a lot of honestly just playing with Phelan, or not Phelan, Franklin. Just
Here's some berries. Here's some nuts. Okay, now stand up. Wave your hands.
very, very simple, stupid tricks.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think Cass is like, it's very funny because like you think with the size of her that she would be quite ungainly on a boat, but actually she's got very strong sea legs, and you can tell she adapts very quickly. So she's kind of having a fine time. Like there's a lot of stress and a lot of things going on, but she keeps herself busy. She does in fact clean the deck for Fisher because she's like, my bad, I feel bad, I'll do that. I'll start that.
Yeah. Very good.
I think through a combination of Phelan being injured and actually she's just projecting because she misses her child, I think Kana is
He's become a
like
surrogate.
annoyed. I think Kana like at first is like hovering over Phelan to the point that Phelan gets like that she has to be sent away, and maybe is just I don't know, doesn't really know what to do with herself at that point, and just kind of, I don't know, pretty restless.
Yeah. I think Phelan is very quiet on these few days. Doesn't talk unless spoken to.
Yeah. Just to kind of flavor it so that in case it affects your response, I think whether it is seasickness, it's possible. The chill of the fact that we're in a colder time of year and now you're out at sea, your body having to heal from a pretty bad wound very quickly. It feels like a summer cold. Like you're starting to get a little snuffly occasionally. You feel like you've got the chills. So it could just be that you've picked up some sort of bug. It could just be a seasickness thing, because last time on your boat was pretty traumatic. So your body is trying to physically deal with the memory of that and the situation. So just to clear, that's what you're feeling. It's feeling a little achy, a little off.
I think that again, still very quiet. He doesn't feel great. Will respond when asked a question. Simple answers, yes, no, maybe. Try again later. And I think he often, because he feels like the seasickness and not great from having to heal a wound so quickly, and the boat, and the trauma, whatever. He will often find himself sneaking onto the deck, specifically at night, to just lay there, and look at the stars. And otherwise, he's quiet. He doesn't really bother anyone. He finds a corner next to a few crates on the top of the boat, maybe, and just lays there. I think often, if anyone wakes up at night, you would see him sneaking off because he can't sleep, or woke up and can't fall back asleep. And with Kanaz hovering, I think he just lets it happen. I don't think he does anything.
Excellent. Right. Then you get brought a lot of soup.
The ingredients of the soup are going to be interesting in terms of what you can keep on a ship for a week, but yeah. You can make do. Broth would work in a way. Okay. So When you sort of head out onto the wider sea, onto the Amaranthian Ocean, in fact, uh, for some of you, this is gonna be your first time in the ocean, which is a very different experience to being on the waking sea. It's a much narrower body of water that, and doesn't have the full effect of being out on an ocean, which leads to things that you maybe weren't expecting. Uh, the ship is designed to be light on the top of it, which is good, but it does mean at times where it's very the waves are a bit turbulent. Um, it's a little dicey. Um, and there is one day where Misha gets very excited and is up on the deck of the ship because a thunderstorm has rolled over. And she is up there just getting very excited and sort of letting herself almost like charge herself, because lightning is very much how she calls forth the sort of like primal spirits. But for the rest of you, this may be a real bad, no good time. Um, and it is gonna become especially worrying when your boat feels like it has been rocked in a way that didn't quite feel like it's the waves. It felt like something very big and very heavy just bumped against it, and you kind of went sideways for a moment before you leveled out again briefly. Would any of you go to explore what that was, or would you just be under deck being like, oh, let the sailors deal with it?
Phelan is just like eyes wide because again, traumatic flashbacks like boat, dragon, being taken as a slave. He's like, I don't think I want to go up there.
Sure.
I think
oh,
Cass
sorry.
is. I don't know. I was just gonna say I think Cass is actually up there with Misha anyway, but it's like kind of like affectionately like leaning on the railing, says like, "You're weird for this. You're weird for this. I hope you know this." Like soaked to the set. Like this is weird.
Yeah, she's gonna boop your nose and you'll feel like a sort of static shock snap at your nose when she does it.
So yeah,
I
Cass
don't
is
care.
out there, and then
Yeah.
feels it. It's like normal. No, do I need
Very
to
much
worry?
not normal. You're gonna roll me. It's within perception. If you have a focus in something, you can absolutely roll for it.
No.
Would either Kanara or Oriana be up on deck
I think
or head
not
to
at
it?
first,
Okay.
but
Sure.
once that happens, I think similar, like has the same like flashback almost of like, oh God, we're on a boat and there's a thing, but is
Uh-huh.
like has the opposite response of like, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna just sit on my, like I'm gonna try to control my own destiny if there's
Yeah.
a thing happening,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's
yeah, yeah,
gonna, this is during the thunderstorm.
yeah.
Then Kana is not wearing is in her old leather
Sure.
armor.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
just
yeah.
wearing her
Because
apron
yeah,
as
yeah,
an
yeah.
armor again.
Makes sense.
Uh,
You don't want to go up there and be a lightning rod.
right.
Okay. With a 12, I will also say, you can also roll. It's within perception if you have a focus, any of them really. I would allow you to roll it. It's gonna become very apparent what it is, so
I was gonna ask, can I roll a perception even though I'm not electing to go outside, basically? Like,
yes,
it's kind of like
you're not
I
gonna be
mostly
aware
want
what
to
it
do
is,
like,
but I
is
can let you
anyone
know.
freaking out around me?
Well,
You know, that
yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
More like it's more of a, that seems worrisome. Is that worrisome? No one's running. No one's screaming yet.
Yeah. Sure. I think you're going to become aware that some people are going to react to that and sort of like, we have to go and see what that was, because it didn't feel like it was just the water. It's a different thing when it's the water that's affecting your boat. So a few of them are going to be like, oh fuck, we should go and see what that is, and we'll head up deck. What you are going to note with your 5 is that there is a moment where you've very much been kind of like getting rocked with the water because it's a storm, so there's turbulences. But there's a moment where it feels like you're almost like no longer affected by that for a moment.
Oh hell
no. Eventually you'll feel that sort of like bob again, but there is a second where it feels like almost you're not experiencing that that sensation.
Yeah.
For above deck, cast with the 12, I think you'll start to realize that there's something wrong, where you also experience that sensation, and then you see something that looks like it has wrapped slightly, over the bow of the ship. And you're like, what the fuck? As you hear a scream from somebody when there is this very long, sleek, elongated head up out the water at the back of your ship because the front of the ship is now being held.
I think as like the person screams, Cass is midway through going, "What the fuck?" And then someone screams, and
With it.
she's like,
Yeah, and as you, I
"Okay."
think what you're gonna, and your head goes back like that, and then you see the top of this thing's
And I'm
head.
like, ugh.
Now, what you see is something that is, like I say, long, sleek. It is more like, it's serpentine rather than draconic, I would say, in terms of what it looks like. There are frills going down the back and around the edge of it. Cass, I'll ask for a quick cunning roll from you.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
If there's something in there that you feel like, I don't know, do you have any focuses in there?
No.
Hey, you never know.
Oh.
The dice tell a story. The dice
Oh.
told a story. 60 with 6 stun points. You know what? You're like, I ain't smart, but I know dangers in the areas that I have to travel. And you've probably traveled this route up into Rialto Bay several times. You're not quite at the bay yet. You're on the approach to Rialto Bay. So you're still at the top, like the north end of the Amaranthine Ocean. You know that this is a cetus, Cetus. It's rare. It's a marine animal, tends to prefer warmer waters up top, but occasionally, usually there might be some sort of reason that will pull it south. It can go as far south as the Waking Sea, so much further south than this. This one's just popped around the corner from where they would normally exist, perhaps drawn out by the lightning storm, because you're like, oh, see, these things are, they can essentially create their own static sort of electrical energy from themselves, and they kind of get a little charged up by storms and tend to become a bit more present and come up from the bottom of the ocean to the top when it is happening.
Cass is like pointing at Misha and is like, "This is your fault."
Yeah, and she's gonna be like, Abanatashi, which is
No.
essentially sea dragon in Kunlat. And what I like is that there's a common phrase among Canary warriors, which is grasp your foes in the jaws of the Abanatashi, meaning to crush them utterly and leave no trace of their existence. So you're like, Abanata, oh. Like,
Yeah,
that
she's
phrase
like-
exists for a reason.
She's clapping her hands saying that, and I'm like, "Uh-huh." And the
Yeah.
rest of that phrase is
Uh-huh.
until she's like,
So,
"Oh."
What I'm gonna ask is we're kind of gonna narrate together how this encounter goes and how you guys manage to free yourselves from the potential grasp and destruction of this creature. This does not mean you have to go in with your weapon. It could be that you're helping someone. It could be that you say an NPC is doing something. Maybe somebody is able to just kind of get yourselves out of the grasp of this thing and with really good steering. You know, so we're just narrating how the encounter happens rather than it being a fight. Although some of you might want to go in with your weapon and be like, fuck it. Let's go. Or use some magic. This is a chance for our mages to maybe use some elemental stuff against the elemental creature. So, I will ask for an initiative order just to get an order for this. And again, we'll do something cool happening in the encounter. Does not have to be you yourself doing it, but something cool happening in the encounter. The oops, oh no, something bad is happening will be to you guys, because it could be that you're just thrown around at the bottom. Like you're in a blender. And then hopefully getting ourselves out of the fight. Feel free to use the environment, the ship, the crew, whatever. Something bad happening to the creature, whatever. For scale, this thing can eat whales. We'll love to see it. So Balin, look at you go.
Oh, fuck, why am I first?
Let's go! Major,
Let's
this
go.
is your chance. This is your chance. You're feeling like shit, but you never know. Maybe it's giving you some sort of, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not even gonna finish the sentence, because let's be real. Feeling
Let's
like
be
shit.
real.
Feeling like shit, bro. Phelan, what we doing?
I think
Could be you, could be crew, could be ship, could be anything.
yeah,
Something
yeah,
cool
yeah.
happens.
Fuck. I think he will. He's feeling a little iffy about magic right now, but he does have a handy dandy arcane lance.
Uh-huh.
So I think he's in the bottom of the thing of the boat, and then he hears a scream, and he's like, "Oh gods!" And then you see him creeping up the stairs. He's not fully out, but he doesn't have to be to see this thing just curling around. So I think he's going to go in with an arcane lance.
Mm-hmm.
And if okay, I didn't have any stumbles, so I can't do the other half. But I think what he does is, as people are beginning to um fight this thing, maybe it tries to come in, like the tail start strapping the tip of it. I think he hits it right at the tip to try and like push
On
it
the
back
tip. No,
on
no.
the tip. Ouchie. But like on the edge of the tail to try and stop it from fully wrapping around the boat.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. So you are able to get a hit off. It's enough of a pain, like the way that you're able to charge up your magic and use magic to do this rather than a weapon, is that it does sort of like send this sort of like almost like a shock in a way through the tail. It's gonna loosen its grasp slightly at the front. And not be very happy about it. The head's still doing what the head's doing, but the tail's like, ow.
Yeah. I can't eat this boat, guys. So sorry.
You're my tasty, tasty snack, Oriana.
Yes. Honestly, a knife is not gonna do much to this thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna be like, what does tickling mean? So I think stop it. I think honestly what Oriana's gonna do is utilize their dexterity and acrobatics, and essentially if sailors haven't made anchors yet to tether them down, I mean I'm assuming they might have, but you know, essentially
there'll be anchors, yeah.
Yeah, and just get rope points for people to anchor us and utilize the ship's parts basically to try to fuck this thing up.
Sure.
So I don't know
so
if
like trying to
mast.
get it with the with the anchor. Okay. Sure. Yeah, utilize your dexterity for that. I'd like to think that Oriana, being as high dex as she is, it's sort of like, you know, when people are standing on top of bucking Bronto things and they're just like they're on a surfboard.
And like like I imagine Oriana's body is like when the waves are tipping everyone this way, Oriana's facing the other way. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Or you know the really big like spinny zero gravity thing that people are on, and you see people who are like in the middle of it doing acrobatics and jumping around. Yeah, that's Oriana.
Pretty much. And like if
I
there's
used
any
to
like
be able
hooks,
to do that.
heck yeah.
Incredible.
And like utilizing probably like they've got ropes on hooks and that kind of thing to do some damage, but mostly to try to support everybody to make sure we don't get hurt. Acrobatics be good to me. Let's go 17 with 5 sub points.
Hell yeah. So at one point, maybe when Phelan's out there doing that spell, when one of the other two of you are doing something, you're just gonna have this moment where the ship is gonna lurch like this, and Oriana is essentially gonna use acrobatics to jump over your head and around you, and then land as the ship then corrects itself and goes in the opposite direction, and it looks very cool.
Literally, and also just like a rope goes around your waist.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. You're good. I got you.
Everybody hold on.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Cass?
What's gonna say? I think Cass is like, right, okay, fine. I guess we're doing this now. And essentially is going to go to, I assume whoever is in charge, which I assume Fisher is. Hillman at the minute.
He fish,
yes. And essentially is going to start like bailing them out. Like, okay, what do we have that's unessential? Let's lighten the ship so that we can move faster here. Because she's like, theoretically, the plan here is we try and like dart out away from it and just let it sink back in. So she's like, right, time to start bailing out the ship and see if we can lighten up the load a little. So we'll just sort of start be a pair of hands to help out with the rest of the crew
Yeah.
because
So
it's probably much easier for her to do that.
yeah, for sure. Okay, what skill set would you like to apply to this?
Probably just straight strength, like she is
Strength,
just
yeah. Use that might roll
hacking
again.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're essentially helping them get the ship in order to a point where there's some control on the water to hopefully get out of
Yeah,
its
because
grasp.
she's like, right,
Yeah.
well, we are being held, so if we can get some maneuverability back.
13's fine. I think, not quite out of the hot water, if you will. But you're at least getting things to a point where what needs to be held down is held down. And hopefully with enough people working together, you're going to be able to try and sail out of the way of this thing. Excellent. Kana.
Yeah, I think Kana's plan was kind of similar, in that, like, I definitely can't reach it with anything. Like,
Mhm.
I definitely don't. It's not in melee range, and I'm pretty happy about that, frankly.
Mhm.
So I think Kana is just gonna try to fill in. Like, she doesn't know how to sail, but she does have valid hands, and it just
Yeah.
like
I mean, remember,
will allow herself to be yelled into position and to go climb things and like
yeah.
scurry up, become a little like rope monkey up in
Mhm.
the masts or whatever, and just like climb around and pull
You
on
guys
whatever rope
can
someone tells her to climb on.
Yeah, you can utilize crew members, remember? So it could have been things that you guys were doing, but it could be things that the ship or the other crew are doing. So if you want, I would allow you to roll 3 dice plus 5. In fact, they probably have a focus, so like a plus 6. For the people of the ship doing what they need to do in order to do it. So you can be helping this, but you're essentially using their role with their
Sure,
control over the ship. So it'd be
sure.
3d6 plus 6. Because they're
Plus
trained.
6.
Trained seamen. Wow. Way. 20, and there's 4 stun points there, which is incredible. So it's very effective. You're able to help. They know what they're doing.
Mhm.
The aim is to try and get it out. So I think perhaps what has happened is that through careful maneuvering and using the fact that the tail let go for a moment is to try and sail to a point that you are now out of the creature's grasp. So it's still there, but you're not actively being grasped right now for this first round. We'll do a quick round of no, something bad happens to you, to a crew member, to the ship, whatever. Phelan.
Um,
Doesn't have to be big serious ones. The fight
yeah,
itself is dramatic. Here, you'll already got
yeah.
your some of you got your asses kicked in that last fight, so it could just be that you're like, you know what? I'm a blow chunks. Like this is not
No,
good. I'm already not feeling well.
I think what happens is with all the movements, honestly, I think there's just a lot of the crates that have become loose and
Uh-huh.
start moving and creating this dangerous field for the people that are fighting straight up on deck.
So the stuff just moving around, sliding around.
Yeah. Even Phelan has to like just like put a duck at one point because a small barrel's coming at him.
Yeah.
Might clip him on the forehead or something.
Okay, good. Excellent. Oriana?
Through all of this leapfrogging,
Yes.
I think there's one that definitely gets miscalculated. And you
Uh-huh.
know when you're on a trampoline or something with somebody, or you like
Yeah.
misstep
Yep.
and your knees
Yep.
just lock up real quick. Yep.
Yep.
I think it's and like you gotta go straight leg, and you're like, you just gotta fall.
It was looking so cool for so long.
We had it, we lost it. It's fine. Stupid water.
Yeah, that's going on the blooper reel. Very good. Cass?
I think Cass is just bailing out, is doing what she can, blah blah blah, and then yeah, there's loose barrels everywhere. One kind of just like clocks her in the ankle, so she like takes a knee, but
Yeah.
then takes a knee, and because she's done that, drops the thing she's holding, and it's just
Okay.
like fuck. and just spends her whole like time just being like, oh my god. Every time she like gets back up, she drops something else. She's like,
If it's something that rolls, you drop it and then it starts rolling away from you, so you're like trying to run after it at this point.
and is literally like trying to catch it and also not get hit by anything else. So it's just like, oh my god, can I lock in?
Yeah.
This is embarrassing.
I love that all of these silly little things are happening while there's a giant sea creature and you're in the middle of a thunderstorm. Listen, it's been a rough week or so for you guys. Can I?
I think Kana is like up in the masts and like is like doing her best. Like she's got capable hands, good with rope. Like it's totally fine. Like this might not be my wheelhouse, but what could go wrong? And then isn't used to walking across masts while they're slick in the rain and while the ship itself is, and I think it just a big shift happens and Kana slips and loses her balance and is just now like dangling from the mast with her foot like in a rope and is just like,
yep,
I'm helping. It's just not
just praying to the
all.
ancestors that it at least holds you on until the ship can steady itself, because otherwise you're going to get dropped into the water.
Yep.
And this is a deep, deep ocean. Okay, very good. Back up top, let's finish the fight off. Phelan.
I do want to do magic, so I'm gonna do it. And if I get fucked over again, doesn't matter. Well, this is an electric creature though, so electricity might not do a lot.
No.
Okay.
Your frost might do some. Fire would also be good.
I don't
General
have fire.
bludgeoning.
I do have Stone Fist though.
Hell
It's a magical rock, so it doesn't need earth. We'll see what happens.
Well,
I should really stop rolling spells, guys.
This is the episode where like Phelan's life takes a turn.
I just want you guys to know that I had cool plans for him from the beginning, and then the dice told a different story than what I wanted to tell.
Is it cool?
And it's also a lot on the dragon die.
Like, is it cool plans elsewhere?
Yeah, my dice are victimizing
elsewhere.
Me, actually. So, okay, my friend, I need a self-discipline roll because that's a 1 on your dragon die roll. You're trying to beat an 11.
17.
Oh, there you go.
Fine. So, you are knocked prone, and usual consequences of the mana still gets eaten up.
Yep.
And it'll take a move action to get back up and blah blah blah.
I did say he was on stairs, so you know he just kind of falls back down under
so
the.
You go to cast Stone Fist and doing it. What I'll say is, you feel, sort of like a to the bone weakness within yourself as you're trying to do it, and it just can't quite get it out. And actually, you feel it almost like backfiring. It doesn't cause damage, but the mana will be spent and it'll fizzle out, and you are not prone, so you kind of fall back down below deck.
Yay!
I think you might be dangling from a rope right now. Sorry, but hey, you're not in the water because I tied him down
okay,
because
he's on. Yeah, he was on the stairs on the way down. So
I just kind of fall back. Below deck. Don't worry,
and
I'm fine.
Not falling in and being lost in the fade. So
no,
things could be worse.
This is Phelan's very good,
not far.
very bad, no good, horrible session.
Oh my god. Okay. Oriana.
Yep.
What would you like to do to help end this fight?
With the sea serpent thing not holding our boat anymore.
Yes.
Oriana's like, all right, I'm gonna make it think that this is a bad idea. Like, hey, maybe we're not easy prey. I don't have one, but I'm going to assume that there might be a bow on the ship, for like a bow and arrow or some projectile of some kind. And Oriana's gonna load that shit and just aim for its eye as best I can. Like, bruh, we ain't worth it.
Excellent. Yeah, roll for that. You're gonna want to take the aim action on that.
Yeah, I don't have a
Yeah.
bow. I was gonna say I could just roll and add
Well,
something or do dex.
because you'd
Yeah.
still be adding your dex, so the roll essentially the roll will look like you're rolling with another weapon, but it will be the same
Okay.
as your other
I'll use
dex-based
my dagger.
weapons.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll use my throwing dagger just for funsies. All right. And I will aim. Oh, no. What? That's the second trip twos I did today. That's okay.
Yeah.
And those
Yeah.
2 step points,
Yeah.
I miss and shoot my foot.
Yeah, you aim and you're feeling really cool and you're
got
like, this is
this.
gonna look so badass, and you let loose and it just
And the wind's like, ha.
yeah. And then
It
maybe
hits
just like
Kana.
yeah,
I'm
in
sorry.
theory, something cool happens. It's just not anything that helps the fight. Is that the like tip of this arrow was maybe metal, so as you shoot it, and then a lightning bolt will strike the arrow. Not the creature, it's nowhere near the
Yeah,
creature.
and the
But it does,
creature's like, oh, cool.
Fuck this arrow specifically.
Well, shit.
Yeah. So you're like, well, that looked cool, but also, well, fuck.
No one saw that. That's fine.
Yep. Cass, would you like to try and end the fight?
I think Cash, rather than her specifically trying to end the fight, is gonna look to Misha and go, alright, time to show up, and essentially is gonna like hold up her axe as like a lightning rod, and they're gonna, I assume this is a thing they have done before, where Misha is essentially gonna like chain lightning, not to try and hit the creature, but to try and like arc it out and make it look like, no, we are big and scary and we can do your thing better than you can do your thing. So like, if it hits it, great. If it doesn't, it's fine. It's more like
so
a
we're rolling with
peacocking.
her. I'll let you roll unless you want me to roll, but let you roll. She's got 4 for her magic. She'll get a +2 because she's got a primal focus. You are helping. Should I let that have a bonus as well? Well, no, what I'll do is we'll roll twice and take the highest. So if you want to do the rolling, so it's very much you in control at least. You're rolling 3d6 plus 6. Roll it twice, take the highest, and we'll see if you can create a sort of like cracking lightning shield around the ship to be like,
Great.
don't fuck with us.
So I'm doing 3d6 plus 6?
Plus 6, yeah. And then we'll do that twice. Because you're assisting in creating a lightning rod effect. Very nice.
Then...
Roll again just in case you get stump points.
Oh, exactly the same.
Exactly the same. No stump points, but 2 19s. Clearly they're like, this is going to work. I think, yeah, I'll allow you, the 2 of you, to do another battle cry. It's up to you if you want to do the regular battle cry or do that one about the Cetus just because it's kind of funny.
I think we do. I think we're like, okay, we'll do the bit. We'll do the bit. I think
We'll do the
it's
bit.
more like Cass's humouring Misha, because Misha's like, oh, can we do the one?
Yeah, and I think
okay.
The fact that the roll was as high as a 19 is the fact that as the 2 of you bellowing out on the seas to something that is so what you call it, a sea dragon. You guys have dragon blood. So calling out grasp your foes in the jaws of the Abanatashi, whilst you create the conduit and she channels lightning through. So it's not just her magic creating lightning, it then focuses on actual lightning strike, and it sort of like creates this rippling, crackling effect around the ship. Any of you who are wearing anything that is metal, including just like a belt buckle, you're going to feel a slight crackle and a little tingling at. Oh god. Everything is going to smell like ozone for a minute. The sky is going to light up with it, and I think we will see what Kanal wants to do here, but it's essentially, rather than intimidating this creature, it's almost like a you're meeting like with like of you want to let us pass, essentially. So
like
rather than intimidating,
pass.
it's like trying to find that sort of like connection between it. Yeah. All right, Kana. You see the Canaries like syncing up. Giant lightning strike. Oriana shot an arrow out into the middle of this that also caught a lightning, and Phelan ate shit and fell down into the middle.
Wow, that was really cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you're just like dangling. Anything that you're wearing, again, anything that's metal, you're gonna feel it kind of crackling when you do that. I think your hair is just gonna go, and your beard is just gonna with the static.
I think in all this chaos, she's just gonna kind of like look around at the ropes that she's tangled in and
Uh-huh.
in the sails and just try to I'm pitching an engineering role to try to figure
Sure.
out which way
Yeah.
she can wiggle,
If
which
I
thing
pull
she can
this and
grab
pull
that is
that, the
gonna
sail's
get the
gonna whoop.
sails to
Yeah. Yeah,
get us out
yeah.
the heck out of here.
Sure. I'm gonna allow you to, yes, roll your engineering. I'm gonna let you roll twice because you're up there in about the mechanics of it. And I just want it to succeed because that's cool as shit. Um Oh.
Okay.
20 with a sweet bummer.
Um,
Oh, okay. Please describe to
I
us how you
think
pull us into the end of this.
I think she does the like math thing
Yeah.
appears like the math gif appears around her
Girl
head except
maths,
it's
yeah.
upside down,
Uh-huh.
so
Uh-huh.
we can't read it because it's upside
Women in
down.
STEM.
But she just like I think she figures out the exact way to like twist and like she like unfurls and like rolls down a rope and just like as she's like falling down is like pulling the right thing, so like simultaneously the sail comes and she just like lands like harmlessly, just like drops onto the deck and
So
lets go of
it's
the
like
rope
we're
and it
combining
like releases and she's just like
engineering, maths, women in STEM, whilst surrounded by a lightning shield created by two badass Canary, and you're descending down this rope like you're descending down aerial silks. You know, like when
Yeah, I
people
was gonna say
yes,
the
exactly,
acrobatics
exactly.
of just
ones like as the sail unfurls itself, catches the wind, backblast after the lightning strikes, and sort of like pushes you with some speed, where you are still going to have to hold on to things to at least get out of the immediate danger of this creature, which is left being like, well, shit. Guess I'm not snacking on them. um, After a pretty rough fight with some Kunari and some days at sea, your first proper sea encounter where you felt you had some agency, um, and getting to sight an incredibly rare creature. Very, 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 very few people in the world have ever seen that. And when you're able to de-escalate your response in that moment, you can reflect on that fact. Um, Badass for some of us, a little bit rough, and one of us is really feeling very unwell. Um, it's probably just the seasickness, don't worry about it. On that note, we are going to end our third session there. We are also at a bit of a mid-season break. It's not even 6 and 6 split because we need to take the next couple of weeks off, regardless. So, that is us for a little mid-season mid-season finale of sorts. Where when we come back, we will hopefully be in Rivain and seeing what we can find there. Thank you for joining us, everybody. That was a very dramatic session. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I will allow my players to say their adieu and let you know who they've been playing and where you can find them.
I have been, as always, Emily playing Kana. This was an intense one, y'all. I'm here on the transmissions, not only in this show, but I also uh ran a show that has a whole season out. If you need something to do for the next 2 weeks, you could maybe watch the 5 episode first season of Project Solar with a couple of our cast here in it as well. Really proud of that. Really excited for that to get going again later this year, hopefully. And yeah, I'm other places. Emily Bard 20 on the internet. You can find me on whatever social you want.
Hi everyone, my name's Seaton. I've been the unfortunate Phelan today. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky at Elsa Vamp, or on the Transmissions Discord. Yeah, that is me. I don't have much to say right now.
Shit's wild.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity on the internet, and I play Oriana, who is she got things sorted out. When does she not? But now it's more just emotional and in her head. It's great. As far as where to find me, so after our hiatus, God, I can't speak. After our 2-week hiatus, will actually be the week that my podcast airs. It is an interview podcast, and just hopefully provides everybody with some comfy times and some laughs. And this first season, I'm interviewing streamers, so streaming friends that I have from Twitch. And a lot of the conversations were really good and just a good hour just to laugh together. So that will be airing on March 21st, right after the spring solstice. And you can find that on podcast and also on YouTube at Torn Talks Creativity. So that's what I'm up to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi everyone, I'm Bex. I've been Cass, your quite feral little dragon canary today. She's really been in her dragon bag. You can find me on the internet at Phoenix Force on Blue Sky. I am just generally sort of yapping there. I also host a queer horror podcast called Out to Get You, which we have some episodes of that coming out in bits and pieces. The horrors, they persist, but so do we, etc., etc. And you can also see me at various places on the internet talking about women's wrestling, because of course you can. That tends to be what I'm up to most of the time.
Mm-hmm. And hi, it's me. I am Emma Humley on the internet. If you want to see all of the many things I've been doing for the past decade of streaming TTRPGs, it's all on my link tree. As for what's going on right now, the second episode of the Sights and Sorcery 10 Candles game that I was in, which was we were all dinosaurs at the Extinction event, which was very funny in places and also horrifically sad because 10 Candles. You can see it over there. Also, on March 9th, we have a premiere here on Transmissions for our Vampire the Masquerade game, set in 2011 in Edinburgh. Definitely nothing bad happens in the UK in 2012. That's for all you lore nerds. Other than that, there's a few things in the pipeline that are not ready to come out yet, so pay attention to social media. That being said, we will see you in 2 weeks' time, everybody. Until then, take care of yourselves.